Greetings, citizens. Justiguy has arrived, and we have returned to that which binds us. Link in the description. We are currently hiding in Idris's office because our heroine Evalise was chased by a thug or something. And have they left? Are they still? Are they going to come back? We'll have to find out right now. Let's go. He walks away. I put my head down in relief, not quite realizing that it meant it would land on Idris's chest. Ooh. Despite the man having walked away, I'm unable to move. My legs just can't, and that is very understandable. The tension in the air eases. Now, we're just standing here in the silence, trying to catch our breath. I'm much more shaken than him. Again, understandable. Maybe that's why he puts a hand on the back of my head. Now I'm afraid to move because it would ruin the moment. Okay. I can hear a car pass by, hitting a pothole. A siren in the distance starts blaring. The world, outside at least, seems to be back to normal. But in here, I sigh. Are you alright? I lift my head up slightly. I can feel his gaze on me, but I can't look him in the eye. Yeah, I guess. The man is most likely long gone by now, but we still talk in a hushed whisper. Idris sighs. We should probably get away from the door, regardless. We slowly walk into his office. He quietly closes the door behind us. I'm just gonna take a little screenshot of that there. He closes the door behind us, but leaves it open just enough to see out. You should probably call the police. You should probably call the police. And tell them what? Some man was following me? Yeah. And then what? And then they'll dispatch a car in the area to ride around for a couple of hours, and they'll find nothing and drive back. But you never know. They might find something. Or someone. Preferably someone. I try to smile for him, but I still can't look at his face. Maybe as an attempt to make me smile, he brushes some of my hair off of my shoulder. Alright, I'll call them. It takes a lot longer than I wanted to, but after a while I'm finally get off the phone with the police department. Just like he said, they're going to send a patrol car in the area to keep an eye out. However, they did surprise both of us. They offered to pick me up and take me to my apartment as well. Idris didn't seem happy about not being able to take me home instead, but that's the least of my problems. Down, boy. But now, it looks like my biggest problem is the silence. We lean against his desk in the quiet room, waiting for the other to break the silence or the police car to drive up, whichever is faster. I fiddle with my hair as he puts his phone down and sighs. Just another long day. Just? Yeah, I guess. You get followed every day? Of course, I've got tons of fans. I'd rather not have any fans if that's how they act. That just means they're a super fan. A super fan. They love you so much they forget you're a real person and continually fall more in love with the concept of you, throwing all your safety out the window. You know this wasn't a fan, right? I know, but I was watching a celebrity documentary last night and thought I'd lighten the mood. Stop that, you're no good at being funny. I'm great, you just have no sense of humor. Tell that to the cops. Are you going to tell them to arrest me for my jokes? They are criminally bad. Idris stares at me with a deadpan look, but only for a little while. A small smirk starts breaking out on his face. Across his face. He lightly puts his hand on mine. I know I don't look like a whole lot, but I'm here for you. It's a sweet sentiment, really. But it's hard to take him seriously when I notice he has a few crumbs on his collar. He thinks I'm leaning to put my hand on his cheek or brush his hair, so he becomes confused when I brush his collar. How are you supposed to take care of others when you can't even take care of yourself? It sounded a bit harsher than I meant. I brush my fingers against his chin to make him look back at me. Thank you. There's the sound of a car pulling up outside. Idris sighs and starts walking into the lobby. Well, well, your ride is here. Yep. Maybe I should have turned them down on offering to drive me home. I grab my purse and meet him at the door. Try not to start any more trouble tonight, okay? I can't make any promises, but I'll try. He smiles and pats my head. Stay safe. I'll see you soon. Good night. Good night. I walk out the door and he shuts it behind me. Even through the wood, I can hear him sigh. Transition! So what'd you do then? I went home. Oh, fancy, new outfit. You weren't scared he'd follow you back to your apartment? I just shrug at her, which makes her even more interested in the story. I accidentally skipped over the meeting Idris part and went straight to a cop drove me home, but she's still enthralled. We have a guard in the lobby. They don't just let any rando in. You've got to have the name of the resident before they'll let you even walk around. But what if he gets your name? What if he followed you close enough that he heard the guard say, like, "Good afternoon, Evalise"? What if he's waiting in your apartment for you to get home? Girl, you gotta be careful. I'll let you do the worrying then. You've gotta worry, you gotta worry a little bit about yourself. Ugh, I give up. You still haven't told me about this new guy. What's the quickest way I can get out of this conversation? There's not anything to say just yet. Oh, come on. You break up with your boyfriend and then go on 2 dates in like, what, 2-3 weeks? Why do you just assume they're dates? Ha, funny. Can't you at least give me a name? Hell no. His name is Ignis. Ignis? Or was it Ian? And now you're just playing with my emotions. How hypocritical. Like you played with George's emotions last week? That's got nothing to do with this. But whatever the case, you shouldn't let this one slip away. Trust me, I doubt this one is going anywhere. So close to getting out of this conversation. So, what have you and Paul been doing recently? It's not Paul. Oh, Filippo, then? Perry? She just sighs. Phil and I have been looking for a new apartment recently to move into. Now that I think about it, she has been looking at real estate apps on her phone the past few days. Oh, a new place? Aren't you living in his apartment right now? Yeah, but since his promotion, he wants to be closer to the lumberyard. There are some cheaper places on the outskirts of town that look really nice by the Bay Area, but we haven't decided yet. Won't that be a longer commute for you? Yeah, but he'll be able to put in more hours. It'll be a nicer place anyway. Probably will have a pool, closer to the park, with more space. His current apartment is too tiny for both of us. And maybe now we can get a cat! What's the point of moving into a new place if you're just gonna put something in it that'll shred everything to bits? They're not all bad. The kitty I had when I was little was really sweet. I just hope I'll be able to properly take care of one. Sounds like you'll both be at work too much to me. I'll make sure to come home early some days. Then you'll lose your job. Then I'll get a new one. It's not like I want to be here 10 years from now. Huh? What's with that look? You think I want to stay here forever? Please, I want to move to Cincinnati. Cincinnati? What's wrong now? Well, it just seems kind of random. Why Cincinnati? I don't know. Seems like a cool place. What's there that's not here? That's. Are you done with your salad? I guess I am. Oh, how the tables turn. Indeed. Now we have a transition. I wake up to my room being an icebox. Ugh, it's so warm under the covers, though. Do I really have to get up? Dots. Exclamation point! I don't! I'm off work today! I can lay around as much as I want today, away from the cold. Now that Stefan is out of my life, I've had more and more days like this. Days where I can just lay around, stare at the ceiling, contemplate life, or I can get my ass up and actually do something. It's all my choice now, though. My hours at work have increased this past month because of the holidays, but that just means a bigger paycheck for me. Not really like I use all my paycheck anyway. With that combined with my monthly bonus, I could go anywhere and do whatever I wanted, for a few days at least. I could easily go back to college like Idris said. If it wasn't for Stefan, I probably would have sooner. Was it all him, though? I always blamed him for preventing me from going back to college or getting a different job. Yeah, sure, he was pretty vocal about not wanting me to go and do those things, but I never argued. I'd sometimes try to correct him or change his mind, but in the end, I never went against him. Was I Was I scared of change that much? I just willingly kept the same dull path every day just because it was secure, even if it wasn't the best for me? Maybe I'll never find out now. But does it really matter now? It's all in the past. I'm going to go back to school. I'm going to get a different job. I'm going to leave this town. Well, maybe not that last part just yet. One step at a time. My room is rather bright. It's almost noon, but the sun isn't supposed to be out this entire week. It's so cold in here. The only way it'll get any warmer is if I get up and change the thermostat. Now, why is it so bright in here? It's snowing! Ah, it's so pretty! It must have started a few hours ago. Everything's covered in snow and more keeps falling. Even some of the signs have inches of snow piled up on top of them. My parents always hated snow since they would have to drive in it. Of course, I don't have that problem. I always wondered what ancient people used to think of snow. Is it some kind of spectacle? Some kind of miracle? A curse? They probably have a lot of different explanations for it. It doesn't look like it's going to stop snowing anytime soon. That's fine by me. A blanket, a cup of coffee, a book. What kind of blends did I buy last week? I think there was a new bag of roast I wanted to try out. Where's my coffee? I drank it all, didn't I? I didn't even buy any others. How could past Eva let future Eva run out of coffee? I can't just not have coffee. I don't want to go by the store. It'd be easier if I just crawled back into bed. Glad to see I'm not the only poor soul who had to drag themselves to the grocery store. Of course, for all these different stores, snow is just snow. The roads are pre-treated, so it's just another work day, which also means it's just another shopping day. I'm grateful that I don't live in some place where they close entire towns at the drop of a snowflake. There's a fair number of shoppers in here, all walking around and, well, shopping. Most are adults, but some have their parka-wrapped infants and strollers with them. Everyone is bundled up from head to toe. The snow may look peaceful, but the chill is vicious. While I'm here, I might as well pick up a few groceries. Coffee beans, creamer, milk, chips, tomatoes, chicken. That should do for now. A lot of shelves seem nearly empty. I guess people were expecting a blizzard and prepared for the worst. It didn't get terrible today, but it could have been much worse. I remember back in elementary school we lost power for a couple of days thanks to the ice. I'm glad it hasn't gotten that bad here since then. It's one thing to be without power as a kid with your parents, but it's another thing to be without power living by yourself. I guess I could get more lettuce while I'm at it. And noodles, some hamburgers would be nice. And now I'm just making myself hungry. I need to hurry up and get out of here. I don't want to go back in the snow. Dots. There is a dessert shop right next door. But it'd be a little lonely by myself. I could always call someone. I'm not even sure he gave me the right phone number. Ooh, we got a phone call, citizens, and we'll have to find out how it goes next time on That Which Binds Us. Because until then, I'm afraid that this is farewell. Farewell.